I just wanted to know if you had any of those quizzy things.
Oh, no.
Like, are you eggnog or are you?
I'm almond nog.
Really?
Yeah.
You had
Well,
it?
yeah.
Is
Yeah.
it good?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would try that because I don't like to do dairy either. So
Yeah.
nice.
It tastes very similar. You can tell it's a
Hmm.
little bit different, obviously, but yeah, it's pretty similar. It's good. I like it.
Almond nog. There's so many
Almond
nogs.
nog.
There's so many nogs these days. All these options with little flair to them.
Yep. Yep. Oh, excuse me.
Make sure you put that in the beginning.
Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Bright Connections. I'm your host, BK. Joining me once again, my cousin, Kristen. Kristen, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing awesome. Doing awesome. It is almost Christmas time. It is almost Christmas time. We are excited. We're talking today all about Christmas preparation. So, last year we talked about our favorite movies and all that stuff. So this time we want to talk a little bit about preparing for Christmas. When do you start doing it? When do you start shopping, decorating, all that stuff? Have you done it yet? Because good old BK is a little bit behind on some stuff. So yeah. Whoops.
Getting down to the crunch there.
Yeah.
Pull it off.
It is. Yep. So, and I've heard stories of people, starting decorating, like many weeks ago. A lot of people like say it's Christmas time right after Halloween. Like even when November starts, oh, it's Christmas time. Oh, we have a guilty party, huh?
Yes. This is a different year than any other year. I'll let you finish, but I'll follow up with that whenever you're done.
Yeah.
But man, this was a unique year for me.
Yeah. It's something to look forward to in another tough year. Another tough year in COVID. It's something to get excited about.
Yeah.
And we love Christmas. So as you can see, Kristen is all set up with her gear. I don't know, Kristen, you have a shirt on, you said you want to.
Yep, I got my Grinch shirt on. He says, "That's it. I'm not going." You remember the line from the movie?
Oh yeah.
When he throws his tantrum.
I
feel like that a lot when I have to go to like holiday events.
I don't know what to wear.
I never have the ugly sweater for the ugly sweater party. I don't know why I haven't just given in and just bought one already.
Yeah.
I don't know. We always do like Christmas pajamas at school for like they do the Polar Express day. So I finally went out and got like my school appropriate Christmas pajamas. Like fine, I guess I should accept that I work in a school after 10 plus years.
Yeah.
I should probably just get the pajamas. So,
yeah. Probably.
Yeah.
That's great. So it's all, yeah, that's I love that movie. It's such a great movie. And he's sitting there trying on everything. And then at the end he goes, "Ooh, that's it. I'm not going."
All the positions and then like the leader hosen and stuff. I was so mad because we've been wanting to watch that, but we have to watch it as a family, right? Nobody can watch it alone. Well, Dylan watched it by herself yesterday, so that was rude.
Ruined it.
So rude.
Rude.
I feel betrayed.
Right? You're changing the tradition. How dare you?
Yeah. One does not simply watch that alone.
Right.
Jeez.
Oh man.
Yeah, but so this year I don't know what it was. Like you said, maybe just another kind of junk year where I just needed to get in this mode early because we have never done that before. It's usually definitely after Thanksgiving around like the 1st. Okay, we'll start pulling everything out, decorations and stuff, start listening to music. But seriously, like the day after Halloween, Maya, our youngest, was already bugging me like, "Let's pull out the decorations." I mean, I started with the music right away. The music was like blasting, it's in the car.
Oh my gosh.
And then it took me a little bit to get to the decorations or, the tree and everything, but it was up, it was up by the time we left town for Thanksgiving for sure.
Yeah.
And I've never done that before, and it felt
Wow.
really weird, but I was like, I'm in mode, and I don't even care.
I don't care.
I'm not worried about any rules that people think this should be. I'm doing it.
Gave no regard to turkey and its time. Jeez.
Well, I know.
Nah.
I fully appreciated the Turk on his day.
Yeah.
But, and it's hard because we leave town, for
Yeah.
a couple of weeks, so you don't get to enjoy it as much. So I wanted it up a little early.
Yeah. So you started decorating November 1st. At least we're in that mode.
I believe so. I at least started like listening to the music for sure, all the time. I know. And I was telling people, and they're like, that's unacceptable. All right, that's fine.
Okay.
Normally I would too. But then, slowly I started pulling out the decorations all through the beginning of November. Yep.
Nice.
Definitely did.
So my unwritten rule for music is I normally wait till December.
Okay.
I usually after Thanksgiving, I start to think about it. I'm sitting there like, oh, can I start listening to some music now? Is it time? No, I don't. I think for me, if I start listening to Christmas music too early, it starts to get to be too much. There's only so many songs. There's so many artists that are good that you like. And it's just that if you listen to them all day, every day, because I listen to music at work. So I'm listening to Christmas songs and stuff at work all day. And so if I'm doing that all day for too long,
oh man.
Like, okay,
yeah,
enough of this. So I normally try to wait until at least December 1st to start listening to Christmas music. And I think it was maybe just a couple days in December. It was like December 3rd or something like that. I was just like, all right, it's time. It's time. It is time.
Yeah, like if I did all day at work, it would get old for sure. And I already started, like the other day, I looked at Maya and I said, are we getting sick of this yet? And I was like, wait, we can't be. It's like the 8th or whatever.
Yeah.
maybe we shouldn't have started so early. But only if I just do it in the car, that's just a couple songs here and there. So
yeah, and there's even days that I'll switch it up and kind of just do a mixed day where I have my normal music mixed in with the Christmas music as well. So that way it's like, all right, it's not all Christmas today. So I'm getting a little break from it, but still have it in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's good. And I've tried to listen to some just instrumental ones too, rather than so obviously last year we established that I am into the old school, Johnny Mathis, Burl Ives, the classics, right?
Yeah.
Sinatra, stuff like that. So I was like, all right, I've done this so much. And so I was like, I'm going to try to check out other ones. There's Christmas chill radio and just instrumental ones. Maybe I'm officially old or whatever, but it works, changes it up a bit.
Yeah.
So I don't know, check out different types. You're into more modern.
Yeah.
Pentatonic style and different people doing different versions of the classics. So
yeah, pentatonics is one of my favorites. And recently, I don't know if we talked about this last year or not, but recently there's this new group that I love their Christmas stuff. They're For King and Country.
You did mention them, yeah. I think
okay.
was it Little Drummer Boy that they did really well?
Yeah,
super hard and fun, and
they did a live concert in Phoenix, and they have an album of that concert, and it is phenomenal. It's so good. And one of their first song on the album is the Little Drummer Boy, and they're banging on drums. It's a little bit more rock than you would think for a Christmas song, but it's so good, and it gets you pumped up for the whole album. And it's awesome. It really
imagine
awesome.
seeing that live. Oh my gosh.
Right?
Beat right through your body, right?
Yep.
That would be awesome.
Heavy drums, yep. And
cool.
they're obviously they're good singers, and it's powerful. But that's been my go-to again this year, to listen to a lot of them. And then, like I said, pentatonics. But starting to listen to it in December, and not sick of it yet. We're still cruising along every day. Listen to Christmas music.
Nice.
So for me, decorating wise, today's 12th.
Yeah.
I got my stuff. So here, just to kick it all off, what got me in the Christmas mood, there was one day I can't remember exactly what day it was, but I want to say it was somewhere around the 3rd to the 5th kind of again. And I was over at my parents, and was visiting them, and I got my decorations. I was like, all right, well, at least I got them, and I can start doing stuff whenever I feel like it. So I have my stuff. And so I'm driving home. And so earlier in the day, apparently at some point, there was a bag left on my door, like a gift left on my door. And I got home and I saw it on there. I was like, what the heck is this? And I opened it up, and yeah, even though it's from some company looking to hear from me for something, but either way, it's essentially it was a gift left on my door. And so I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. That's kind of holiday spirit,
Yeah, that's really cool.
leaving a gift on the door. So there was that. And then, like I said, the decorations I got. So I had like 2 things. I was like, okay, kind of getting to Christmas time.
Yeah.
And then to top it all off, there's a park right behind my apartment building. And I'm driving home, and I see a bunch of cars lined up, and they're moving slow. They all got their brake lights on, moving slow. It's like, what is going on back there? And apparently, as I looked closer and looked further at it, I was like, I think there's some kind of drive-through light show in the park.
Is it small park?
No, it's fairly big, actually.
Pretty legit. Oh my gosh.
But I guess with the trees behind there, being bare enough, I could see what was going on. You could see a bunch of Christmas lights and cars just slowly moving through around like in a circle and stuff. And I was like, there is a Christmas light show going on in the park behind me. I'm all in. I'm ready to go now. That's awesome. Yeah,
that's awesome. Did you drive through it yet?
I didn't. I think it was only that one day too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
I was gonna say, is it like a whole season thing, or is it like a special occasion?
I think it was a special occasion thing, because I looked up to see what was going on, after I saw that, and I was like, what's going on? I got to figure out what's happening back there. So I looked it up, and it looked like it was only a 1-day thing. But either way, that was enough to get me going in the Christmas spirit. So that day itself just was filled with all kinds of Christmas events. And it got me in the mood, and I was like, all right, I'm ready to go. It's Christmas time.
It's time. Game on. That's
time.
Awesome.
Yeah. So that kicked it all off. And then, so I'm not done decorating yet. I'll say that. I'm behind on a handful of stuff here. I do have my stuff. I started decorating. I got this tree up. I don't actually even have my big tree up yet. Hopefully today I'm gonna get my big tree up in my living room. And then the rest of the decorations throughout the place. But yeah, I'm definitely behind on that. I wanted to do it. It just it's been another one of those weeks. Just haven't gotten
not enough time, right?
Not enough time.
Not enough time.
Not enough time in a day.
I'm thankful that I'm not like baking anything this year, because I certainly don't have time for that. I'm like, okay, things are decorated. We've got music going. Like, is that good? Am I shopping? My shopping's in pretty good shape. Finally, like, I dragged my feet. And every year I tell myself I'm going to start like June, and I'm going to get, like a gift or 2 a month, right? And just start putting them away. So it's not like bleeding out every cent we have for the last couple of months, right? It becomes too stressful, and that's just foolish. But every year I'm like, I have time now. I haven't seen the right thing yet, or so-and-so might not like this come December that they like now. And so I don't do it, and then it's mad craziness. But I think I'm in a real good position.
Nice. Yeah. And so and with this year, again, with COVID and all the shipping and the supply chain issues and everything, they're like, hey, get your stuff done early. Shipping might take longer. And I'm sitting here like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. The added stress of that, like, you have to do it. They're reminding you. And then you see news stories like that dude that was dumping the boxes, like the Amazon person, was it in Alabama, dumping like hundreds of boxes just like down in this ravine. He didn't want to deliver them.
Really? No, I didn't hear that.
You think about stuff like that, you're like, oh, I got my shopping done. Like, is someone going to dump it in a ravine? Is it
Oh,
actually
no.
going to make it? Like, what is happening?
I mean, I was thinking about shopping, like especially Black Friday, Cyber Monday, that all that stuff. I was on there. I was at my computer doing shopping online, and it's been a tough year for me. I normally don't have issues having ideas for people, and for whatever reason this year, I'm just sitting there. It's like I don't know what to get anyone.
Yeah.
I want it to be practical. I don't want to get them just garbage, and I've spent hours shopping online, and I'm just like, I don't know what to get.
Yes. And I think sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. I was just saying it's gotten to that point, like you said, where it starts to become stressful, and like it's less fun and more stressful. Like, oh my God, I gotta get this done.
Yeah. And then you don't want to just grab any random thing just to like fill a space, right? Like you want it to be heartfelt and like creative. And that's, I think when I start finding those like cool things, I'm like, all right, yeah. So I get excited. It's like momentum. Like, all right, that was cool. Now I got to find this. So, but if I feel like what you're saying, if you don't find those things where you're excited about it, it's just like, I'm just like getting stuff.
I'm just getting something.
Stuff. Just buy whatever. Just come on, you know.
And I know us as a family, we always do our very best to not like ask for ideas. We always say, hey, we don't want to list. We don't want to discuss what we want or anything. We want it to all be heartfelt and what we think each other would like. So that sometimes makes it tough too. When you don't know.
Yes.
And then there's always the times where, well, did they buy that for themselves throughout the year? Because if you think about it in February, like, oh, that's a good thing to get for Christmas next year. And then November comes or December comes, and you're like, oh, well, did they get that for themselves? Or
you walk into the house and there it is, and you're like,
oh, well, shoot, I guess I can't get that for Christmas anymore.
Yeah, I can't believe you guys do that. Like, we live on like suggestions. We would not be able to do it. Like, what does so-and-so want? What do they need? Constantly. Oh my gosh. Wow. That's really awesome.
Yeah. And we stressful. Yeah, it is. Because you're sitting there. It's all just you thinking, you instead of them knowing what they want, it's all you knowing
them enough to know what they want.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I think it adds to it. It's, when it's a surprise on Christmas morning, as a surprise, instead of you're like, I asked for this. So yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I was hoping for it.
I was hoping for this, but then you're like, they really thought about me and what I'm into and what. Yeah, that's awesome.
We try to keep the Christmas spirit up by doing that. It really helps.
That's cool.
It really helps. So, are you? You said you've got your shopping mostly done. You got your decorating done. Are you actually ready? Straight up, are you ready for Christmas? Are you full? Yeah.
Because I'm just ready to come home and see everyone.
Yeah, that's true.
It's been since the summer, so I'm always ready to come home and see everyone, and that's what's most important to me. Like, I'm just cannot wait to hang out and laugh and talk and hug and be together.
Sing carols and
all the good stuff.
All the good stuff.
Have all of our special foods.
Yeah. Yep.
Catch up face to face. That'd be the best.
Yeah.
So yes, I'm very ready. I could leave, Friday. As soon as I get off work, I could leave. I might not be leaving that day. I still haven't decided when I'm leaving, but I'm ready. Let's go. Throw a couple things in the bag. Here we go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm super excited for it. I'm waiting for it to happen, but officially, I don't, like I said, with all the stuff that I haven't done yet, maybe I'm not technically ready yet. But no, you're right. I definitely looking forward so much to seeing everybody, hanging out with everybody. Christmas is favorite day of the year. Both Eve and day. They're just always so joyous and happy and so exciting. And of course they'll be gone, here and gone before you know it. But
yes, all the preparation for what seems to fly by. I was just talking about that this week, and it's like, you remember when we were little, and it felt like when we had our Christmas Eve gathering, like it felt, I don't know, like hours and hours, and I felt like we had so much time to hang out, and we played, and we got our new toys. We all hung out and we sang songs, which seemed like forever. And we ate dinner, and it just felt endless. And
Yeah.
now, as I'm older, I'm like, we're in there. I feel like it just goes so quick.
Yeah.
An hour. It feels like maybe 2 hours at the very most, and then we're off and going.
I know. Yeah, we always like bring up like, hey, can we do sit around, do some carols, and we're gonna sit around and like you said, yeah, play with some of the stuff we exchange or whatever, check out some of the stuff. And it's like, well, we gotta get ready to head out pretty soon. And we got church, or it's late, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if we did things earlier before when we were kids or what. I agree. It seems to be quicker and feel like less time.
I think it's that whole concept of time when you're a kid, like in where we weren't involved in like cleaning up and doing stuff. It was just like we could eat and go play and hang out with the kids. We were just in our own world and you just enjoying. And now it's like, oh, we got to do this. Oh, are the kids taken care of? Is this cleaned up? Is this put away? What do we need to pull out next? When are we leaving? Like,
what are we doing next? And this and that.
Yeah. So still the best, but it does go way too quick.
Yes, it does.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do you think, I know last year it was obviously a little different. We didn't know what we were going to expect. Do you think this year it's going to be the same? Do you think it's going to be a little bit easier, a little bit better, with COVID and everything? What do you think? What do you think gathering at Christmas is going to be like? Do you think it's going to be, I know what you want it to be like.
Yes. Well, I know what my and my family's feel. I mean, I feel like we kind of live in two different worlds, COVID wise. Tennessee is so different than Pennsylvania as far as rules and maybe not even within the state, but in like, how families view how things are. And I mean, it's from around here, like in schools. I'm fully in a school where hardly anyone's wearing masks anyway. Like it just doesn't seem like a thing here anymore. So it's not really, it's in my head, but it's not really in my head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I'm going in like, let's go, it's normal. We're back to normal. We've been back to normal for months. So it's not even like really a factor in my mind.
Huh.
But I know that is most definitely not the in the majority thought process of everyone that I will see. So I'm kind of trying to be like sensitive to that and like, oh yeah, that's a thing. I forgot.
Yeah. That's a thing still going on.
So yeah, I'm ready. I'm like, game on, let's go. It's not going to feel even back to normal, but I know that won't be the case. So I have to also think about that.
I know it. My mom and I were discussing it the other day. We're just like, we want it to be fully normal and just like you said, just get in there, just hug everybody and just be laughing and doing everything. But then at the same time, we're just like, things are on the rise again. You listen to the news and you hear all this stuff. And it's like, well, maybe we won't be able to do all that, and I was talking to her and we were like, are we going to wear masks? Are we going to not wear masks? And I know for me, I don't want to, it's with family and just want to just enjoy, but it's in the back of your mind. It's in the back of your mind. You're like, oh, well, should we? Because we've had issues at work for the last couple of weeks where people have been out. We were shut down for a couple of days. Recently, with the large amount of cases at our work, we had a little spurt there. So it's just like, well, I don't want to get anybody else sick. I don't want anything to happen to anybody. So, but I think either way, we're gonna be okay because we're gonna be smart about it. Either way, and we're gonna have a great time regardless. I think you're still in the back of your mind, you want to be a little bit cautious about it, but at this, like you said, at the same time, it's like we've had enough of this. It's time to celebrate with our family.
Yeah, like I'm gonna do whatever makes everyone feel comfortable. Of course, I don't want and I go in there like a crazy person being like, here I am, here's all my germs.
Here's all my germs.
Like I want everyone to enjoy it and not be like the.
So you're not going to go and you're just going to lick all the food and just.
Well, I was just thinking about spitting in each dish and just like licking
all
your
the plates.
Faces. I mean,
I'm just going to go around lick all the plates. Hey guys,
take your gift and give it to you. Here you go.
Yeah.
No. So I'll try to be, I'll do whatever everyone wants to do. But
Yeah.
for me, it's game 100% on, but I can pull back if I need, I guess. Yeah. I'm ready.
Yep, I am too. Now, even talking about this, I'm getting more and more ready.
Yeah.
Getting more and more ready.
Yep.
So, and I can't remember, it was just your parents, my parents, your family, and me, right? I don't think there was anybody else.
I didn't even come home last year. Remember?
No.
We did a Zoom.
Yes, we did a
sang
Zoom.
Christmas carols over Zoom.
Oh,
Here.
it's
Yes.
totally different.
So it has to be, like, that's why I'm like,
Oh, you're chomping at the bit even more than, yeah. You're right. Yeah, I totally forgot.
Put this computer up in our living room and we all sang songs, which is super cool because I recorded it. We need to like watch it again.
We
so
did.
yeah, that was our thing. And so I think you guys just like went over and hung out in the garage, like talked for a few minutes and left.
That's what it was. Yeah.
You guys were zooming from your house and they were zooming from their house and we were zooming from our house.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, we went over your parents, saw Becky, Dan, and the boys and your parents. And just like you said, yeah, we just hung out in the garage at, hey, over there.
Yeah, from a distance.
From a distance. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that can't happen this year. I am not about that life.
We can't have that. You're right.
That's unacceptable.
Oh,
We're
my
losing
gosh,
too much time.
I totally forgot about that. Yeah, and then we went home and we all zoomed together and we sang carols and it was a mess because there was a delay and the overlapping of Zoom sound and yeah.
Yes, I'm pretty sure you guys were like still eating dinner while.
And that's right. And my dad's sitting there making noises, eating, and we're all looking at him like, Dad, shush.
Well, he has to enjoy his Christmas dinner.
And he's having like a side conversation and stuff.
Totally.
Oh, that's right.
You might need to watch that again.
Right? Oh my gosh.
So that was last Christmas. So
you're right.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be pretty different this year.
It needs to be, right?
Yeah. I think that's still the plan. Even if we have to do things still cautiously, we're at least being together in the same house. It's gonna be a world of difference.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh,
we'll figure it out, but we got to make it happen.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. That's so funny. That's so funny.
Yes.
So surprisingly enough, I just thought about this. We haven't even had any snow this year.
You guys haven't had any?
We've had a little traces here or there, but nothing that has like stuck.
Wow.
And
we certainly haven't had any.
Yeah, you probably don't normally have much at all, huh?
We get more ice, I think, down here, but we definitely had like a solid frost this morning. It was super cold, but no snow.
I think that plays into the winter and Christmas feel too, having snow, I guess. Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
But here's here's my thought on that. I hate being cold, and we've discussed, like, you hate being cold, I hate being cold. All I want is snow from maybe the day before Christmas Eve so that it's nice and like still there, like about this much. Okay? Yeah. So Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and about the 27th, that thing can thaw, and then spring. Let's go. Like, I'm done. Winter should be over. This was nice. Okay, moving on.
Christmas time thing only. That's all we need it for.
And just disappear. Like, I don't want that sloppy black snow and that messy stuff afterwards. It gets all over the car. Like, completely white and then go back up. Like,
just snow, sit on the grass for a couple of days, and then just lift up and just disappear.
Just go up in a solid piece. But and we didn't get to go home last year, and you guys had so much snow. We missed the first white Christmas that has happened in quite a while.
Yep.
There was sledding and snowmen going on, and I wasn't even there.
Yeah.
About it.
Yeah, there was. I can't remember. I couldn't remember all this stuff. Yeah, we did have a white Christmas. We had a bunch of snow. There's all the kids are out doing sledding and snowmen and forts and yep.
It makes it so nice. I mean, it has been so long since, and I feel like in my mind's eye, what probably is not the case, every year when we were little, there must have been so much snow, but probably not. Probably.
Yeah.
But I think there was more.
Yeah.
Than now.
Yeah. That's the one time I'm okay with snow is on Christmas. I'm not the biggest fan. Yeah, I'm okay with seeing it. It's all right every once in a while, but it's just, I think it's probably more the cold that comes along with it. Like we said. Ugh.
Yeah, but it doesn't feel as cold once it snows. Do you notice that? That's how I feel. At least maybe I'm just crazy.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it makes it nicer. Just I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like it's not as bad.
Yeah.
But anyway, it definitely does contribute to the holiday feel.
Right. It just sets it all more in motion. I mean, we've had snow on Halloween before, all the way in October. So the fact that it's December 12th and we still really haven't had it snow, it's kind of weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, putting snow pants under your costume and going out. Yeah. Hopefully, and they were saying there was supposed to be a rough winter, so we'll see. Maybe it'll be January will be a nightmare.
Yeah. Goody.
Let's think about the good things, not the crap that comes out.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of people that like snow, so
yeah,
they're looking forward to it. Some of us aren't.
Yeah, just a brief one will be fine.
Yeah.
But
so hopefully I can wrap up some of my Christmas preparation here pretty soon. Hopefully I'll get some shopping done and the rest of my decorating, and I'll be fully set, fully ready for Christmas.
Yeah, and I feel like you have to get to a certain point to be excited. Like you have to get more stuff behind you to be like, all right, this is it. Because I feel like I just hit that last week.
Yeah. So once you get everything done, then all it is just waiting for Christmas Day to actually come. Yeah. I do need to start watching movies too, some Christmas movies.
Wait a minute. You haven't started?
No.
That's your problem.
That's
okay. So with the music, I didn't even think to bring that up earlier. With the music, we started watching Christmas movies the day after Halloween. Oh my gosh. I don't remember what our kickoff movie was this year. Maya probably knows, but I think it might have been Elf. But we've already watched probably 9 Christmas movies or more.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
That's where I'm going wrong.
That is it. Oh, and it was Santa Claus was one of our first one. Of course, I thought of you because that's one of your faves.
That
or
is
your favorite.
That is.
So, and see, in years past, I feel like it's become a stressful thing. Like, oh, I have to watch this, this, and this, and then I've had too much going on, so I haven't watched them. So I thought if I start early, then it's like I can enjoy it. So I've watched even some randos that I normally wouldn't watch because I'm like, oh, I have time. Let's do it.
Yeah, that probably goes into preparation for it as well. Shoot, I'm slacking this year.
Come on.
I'm slacking.
Had I known, I've been bugging you about it a month ago. Have you watched anything? What are you doing? Are you listening to music?
Hello, what are you doing? What's wrong with you?
Someone told me you haven't watched any movies yet.
Get on that. Let's go. Oh man. Got to get to it. I got to get to it. You got to
put one on when you put up your big tree. You got to have something on in the background.
Yes. Yeah, I do. Yeah, that's I think that plays into it too. I always have something on while I'm doing decorating and everything. So
yeah, that'll do it.
VKBKBK. Come on.
Flipping this year. It's all right.
Shame. Okay, thanks. Oh, geez. So that's the preparation we had. On one end we had somebody who started early and one end who's still slacking. But either way, whatever way you do it, guys, just enjoy it. It's such a wonderful time, whether you're doing it November 1st or still trying to do it now. Just that's the biggest thing, is just enjoying it. Don't make the shopping, the decorating, everything, the watching movies, everything. Don't make it be stressful. Just do it because you love it. And that's the thing. If you start getting too worried about stuff, that's when it becomes less fun. And Christmas is all about fun and just joy and happiness and love. So don't forget that. Don't forget that. Make it that.
Focus on the good stuff. Don't make it become stressful.
Yep.
And I think a lot of my the drive behind it is was our youngest, Maya. She's been, Mom, we got to do this. Mom, we got to do this. We got to listen to this. We got to do it. And so I'm like, if she's gung ho, like I can't be like, no, like she's been driving the whole thing, you know. Okay, let's do it. Let's get out the hot chocolate. Let's do all, you know, let's fill our advent calendar. She just wants an excuse to eat chocolate every day, you know, but like,
Yeah.
she just wants all these things.
Can't blame her.
Okay, let's go. Let's do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's nothing better than a Christmas spirit of a child. It's when somebody like, you know, kid gets excited about Christmas, there's nothing better.
Yeah. How could I just blow that off? You know, that won't be there forever. Her excitement. And yeah, got to follow that.
Yeah.
So.
So is there anything else you wanted to talk about Christmas wise?
I don't think so. I think that was pretty much it.
I think we covered it all. Yeah. But we have a bunch of bright stories for you this week, guys. Yay. I am super excited. I had a submission. Kristen's got a bunch of stories. I love bright stories, and what better time than right now to talk about a bunch of bright stories going on. So let's get to it, guys. Bright stories of the week, of the month, whatever case may be. It's been a while since we've had a boatload of bright stories, so I'm excited to hear all these awesome things. So I know, Kristen, you have a bunch, and they're probably good ones. I'm going to do mine real quick, and then we can talk about yours. So I had one submitted from one of my friends. Colin, actually. Colin's been on the show a couple times, and so he told me, you know, a story that's happened to him recently, or that he did actually. So at his workplace, he for the last couple of years they've done this at his workplace. They do a angel tree. So they do an angel tree, and what that was and what that is, I actually didn't know at first. He said that, and I was like, you know, what's that? And he explained it to me, and I sort of, you know, recognized the concept. But so anyway, what an angel tree is basically, there's a tree with a bunch of just like little paper ornaments with information on them about kids, less fortunate kids in the area, and kind of like what they are hoping for, you know, what they asked for or hoping for Christmas. And so you got these ornaments with the kids' names on it, you know, their age and their, and you know, some few things about them. And then, like I said, a list of a few things they might want. And so what you do is you take an ornament and you go out and you try to fulfill, you know, the list for that kid. And so Colin took that, and he went out, you know, with his mom and got a bunch of stuff. And yeah, you know, you went above and beyond, you know, what was on the list, and got extra things for this kid. And so just doing things for these less fortunate kids. And he said that his work has blown this angel tree thing out of the water. I mean, they've absolutely crushed it the last couple of years. They've done so well that the trees were completely cleared off. You know, a lot of people did extra, and it's just been a great thing to help out some of these less fortunate kids in the area get something for Christmas. And so he told me about that story, and of course I was like, absolutely, that's an amazing story. You know, especially coming from a workplace where we're thinking about people in the area, taking the time to do that instead of just, you know, focusing on the job at hand, you know, taking the time to think about the Christmas spirit and just do something like that for people. It's a great thing to see. It really is. So Colin, good on you, good on your workplace for doing something like that. Angel tree. Yeah, like I said, I never really heard of that before, but as he explained it, you know, kind of made sense. But just getting submissions from these less fortunate kids and just going out and making their Christmas.
Yeah.
It's just awesome. It's awesome. It really is. So good on you, Colin. Good on your work. Thank you for submitting that story. That was wonderful to hear. And keep being bright, my friend. Great stuff. Great stuff. Chris, you got some stories for us? Let's hear them. I'm excited.
Okay. So let's think. Which one do I want to tell first? So there's just it's just little things, but you know, to contribute to the holiday season, thinking about others. This I I have a coworker who works in the classroom next to me, and I'm not fully in their room all the time. So there's 6 people total, assistants and people that come in and out, and the actual teacher.
Mhm.
But I go in there some parts of the day. So they've kind of like adopted me as, one of them. So she just started whenever, I don't think it was the first, but the beginning of the month, whenever we came back, like at the Monday, whatever the first Monday of December was, she brings like small gifts for all 6 people every day. She's like, I'm doing the 12 days of Christmas because that's how many days we have until we get out for break.
Wow.
And just like hands us a bag every day. And I'm thinking, man, like that's a lot, and
Yeah.
I already know she was talking about she's going through some like financial hardships, something's going on in her family. And I'm like, still, she took the time out to like do all this cute, like bags these things up, and just every day she's there so cute. Like, here's your gift today.
She's so excited about it.
So excited. Yeah. Her smile when she's like, oh, it's the best.
That
And I'm
is.
like, what? That's not just like 1 or 2 things. Like she has it all planned out, like laid out for the days. Like that takes thought, preparation, and money. Like
Yeah,
that's extra. It's at a hard time. So I just think that was super sweet.
that's awesome. When you get people like that you can just tell that giving means so much to them. That's so awesome. And like you said, when sometimes you even think about the person, you're like, they really don't have that much money to be spending on other people like this, and yet they're still taking whatever they can and whatever time and effort and money that they can to give to others. That just makes it's incredible.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible.
Yeah, it's awesome. I'm like,
Wow.
you're the best. You're so cute. Every day with your little bags. I love you. And then another thing kind of was random, but like the best gift. So we have a bus driver so I work with special needs kids. And so we have our bus driver that drives our kids specifically. And we were talking, and she's from Pittsburgh as well. So she said 2 weekends ago, she was going home. She was going to go to a Steeler game, or was it last weekend? I don't know. She was going to the Steeler game, the one that they won, whatever. And she was going home and she was like, oh, I'm going to Lamont. I'm going to go in the incline. She was talking about all these fun things she was going to do. And I was like, oh, well, you have to get some Sarah's chocolate. And she like looked at me and I was like,
what?
Tell me you know what Sarah's chocolate is, please. And she was like, I don't know if I do. And I was like, oh, well, you have to get some. And so the next day, when she came back to work, she hands me one of those like Pittsburgh Skyline, like the chocolate bars. She was like, I got you something. And I was like,
oh my gosh.
She hands me a Sarah's bar. And like for anyone who knows what that is, like the best chocolate ever. And being in Tennessee, I can't get that. Yeah. It's only in Pittsburgh. And it is my favorite thing. And for her to, I'm far away from home, and for her to just hand me like the greatest thing. And I was like, wow, oh, my whole day is made.
That's awesome.
Like that is the best. Like she's a visiting family, she's doing all these things, but she thinks that like, oh, my coworker likes this chocolate and just picks it up. Like I just thought that was so thoughtful.
Yeah. So not only her doing that, but you just suggesting that hey, make sure you check this out while you're in town, because she didn't know about it. And so I'm sure you made her day too, getting some Sarah's chocolate.
Yeah, I hope she has a new love of the chocolate herself.
For like Kristen said, for those that don't know, Sarah's chocolate is one of the best, and it really only is around the Pittsburgh area. But it's such good chocolate, and for those in the area, it's become a staple. Everybody needs Sarah's chocolate in their life.
Yeah. When we go home, we go to the ice cream shop, and we go to the store and pick out some goodies and stuff. So so that was a wonderful surprise. I couldn't believe it. I sent a picture to my mom right away. I was like, look what just happened. Oh my goodness. This is the best.
Yep.
So it was great. And then another one is with one of our students. So we were in PE, and they were doing scooter day, which the best, right? They were playing a Grinch game. Okay. So they're on these scooters, and they have pool noodles, and that's how they're tagging the other kids. Okay. So there's like 6 Grinches, and they have to tag the kids on their scooters. The kids are going across, and they get like balls and frisbees, and those are their gifts, right? And then they have to make it across the gym without being tagged by the Grinch. And we have this, oh my gosh, this sweet little boy who has Down syndrome, and he is just the light of everyone's life. Like he's like a little ham. He's so funny. He's always smiling and having like the best time. And so here he goes. He's heading out on his scooter, and he's going across the gym, and he gets his present. and he's coming back. And then there's this little girl, she's a Grinch. And I see her, and she's, she's trying to tag kids, and she's coming, and she just like looks right at him and then just goes like she was within arm's reach. She could have instantly just got him, but she sees him, he's having a little hard time in the scooter, and I saw her make the choice, I could see it in her brain. She made the choice. She was like, I'm gonna go over here. Like, she could have easily been like bam, bam, bam,
Yeah.
she chose not to get him out and let him get back with his toy, and went after some other kids. And I went up to her and I was like, I saw what you did for our friend. And I was like, that was so sweet. Like, you could have easily got him. She smiled. She was like, and I was like, that was really awesome. You really need to be appreciated for that. And she was just so cute. And then I saw her and her mom the next day, and I was like, listen to what your little baby did. I was like, she's the best. And she was just like, oh, so happy to hear that. So it was really cool. Kids are so, at that age, they're the best. They can have their moments, but there's so many times where I'm just like so impressed by them and how they treat others. And
yes,
kids
kids surprise you sometimes with their hearts, just the purest of hearts. Like you said, with some of these situations, or they just come out of nowhere, and like you said, surprise you with some things that they do or say. It's just like, wow.
Yeah.
Touch my heart.
I know. I was just like, I have to go talk to her about this right now. I want her to know that, like, that was noticed that she did that,
Yeah.
It was so sweet.
That is.
So, yeah.
That sounded like a fun game though, too.
Oh my gosh, it was the best. I was like, where's my scooter? I need to get in on
I want to play this too.
The best. Scooter day is the best. So
yeah.
Between scooter and parachute, you can't go wrong.
Parachute.
Remember parachute day? You get like the big parachute.
Oh yeah.
A bunch of balls in the middle, and they're all flying up, and then you get to go underneath. And
yeah.
That's the best.
Oh my gosh. Can take me back? Take me back to
I get to do it every day. It's kind of amazing.
Jealous.
Yeah.
Nice.
Those are my stories.
Okay. I believe Mr. Joe, Mr. Husband Joe,
one, but I can't find him
as well. So we'll try to grab him here.
I don't know where he is. I think he left.
Okay.
But I kind of remember what his story was. If you want me to tell it.
Yeah, we could try that. Yeah.
My goodness. I don't know how many years ago, but years and years ago, there was a flood in a nearby town. I think in Kentucky is what he said. And I'm not going to do the story justice.
So basically he was telling us, and basically he was saying that the company helped out this town by either maybe even rescuing them off the roof or whatever they did.
Yeah. They were like medevacing people out when the flood got really bad, right?
Yeah. So
the battalion went in and like really helped this town. It was a small town. It got a beating during this storm, and floods and stuff. And so there's this old couple from the town that it must have been there at the time. And actually, a couple of years ago, we did see them at the Christmas party. They were all dressed like Santa and Mrs. Claus, and they came, and they will get all the names of like the sergeants and below kids, their ages and their gender, and they will go out and what do you say, like 300 to 400 kids, and Christmas shop for them.
Yeah, so he said there was 700 people in the battalion. Obviously not everybody has kids, but there's a good couple hundred of kids in that battalion, and this couple will single-handedly go out and just buy a gift for every kid in that battalion to thank them essentially for what they did in the past. And they just do this every year or whatever. And crazy.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, the stack of presents when we went a couple years ago, and I was confused. I was like, what's the connection? And he was telling me about it, and just piles, and they just kept being like, here, who wants this? Like some kids didn't show up. We have all these gifts, and it's like, what? And they're just so sweet. And I wish I knew how many years it's been, but it's obviously been a while. It's way before Joe was even part of the unit, and they just keep in touch with them and get their names, and every year that's so cool.
Right. So just not only, remembering and being thankful for the help that they received, but continuing to just pass it forward each year and say thank you each year, and just make kids' Christmases even better. It's enough to be thankful to the battalion that helped them, but to pay it forward to their kids making their kids happy. I'm sure that the people in the battalion are so grateful, for that. So that's crazy. What a great story. What a great story. Hopefully we lived, hopefully we told it up to par, but
I know. Yeah. Sounded like it. I think we
yeah.
got the gist.
Yeah. But yeah, another just fantastic story. And again, it all relates back to Christmas in a way. It's just Christmas just brings out the best in people. And I'm so glad that we can share these stories and get back to Christmas time being joyous and happy and giving, selfless.
Yeah.
Just it's wonderful to see. Absolutely wonderful to see.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. I think that's about it, Chris.
All right.
Thank you very much for your stories. Those are great. I love them.
You're welcome. Yeah. Thanks for having me. It's been a while and I'm excited to finally be able to talk about some good stuff.
Yep. Yep. So we are someone's ready for Christmas. Somebody's close to being ready for Christmas. Hopefully you guys are as well. And I hope, if we'll probably, we'll talk before Christmas again, but if not, enjoy your time. Again, remember to just don't be stressed about preparing for Christmas. Just make it fun, make it happy, make it exciting. And it's not too early to start. Even if it's November 1st, do it when you want to do it. Don't listen to what everybody says. If you want to enjoy it early, enjoy it early. Make it the most, make the most of it. Just have fun. Christmas time is a great time, and we're excited for it. So hope you guys enjoyed. Have a wonderful week. Make the most out of it. Do something nice for somebody. Make it a good week. Just be bright. Just little things here or there. Hopefully we can provide some examples of good deeds and influence you guys to go out and do something on your own. So enjoy. Have a bright week, guys. And we'll see you next time. Take care.
Merry Christmas.